But numbers, basically. What do they mean?
Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. It's me, Trisket, and today we're going to go over a canceled project that was in the works but is no longer. Just kind of want to go over everything that was with it. This footage is not recorded by me. It was recorded by one of our other QA testers or by the main developer himself. Not really too sure. I kind of just pulled this from the Discord server that we did have set up, but we kind of shut it down. Or at least he did, because I'm not really a developer per se, but more of like a concept artist. And the guy that kind of tried to make some camos, but never really got the chance to, considering that the weapons were never finished. Nothing was really finished. As you can see in the gameplay right here, the map is on like kind of being held together by duct tape and whatnot. Duct tape and sticks, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I forgot what the saying is, but yeah, kind of like held together by elbow grease and whatnot, and the HUD is in the same position. Like a bunch of errors, a bunch of issues, a bunch of stuff that needed to be worked on but never really got fully fleshed out. We didn't have any maps done right. None of the weapons were finished. We didn't even have any of them modeled right. Like nothing was done, nothing was textured except for maybe like the map, like Newtown, if you really want to call it that. Everything was just kind of like being cobbled together to try and get a concept going, and nothing was really done. The movement was never finished and whatnot. Like a lot of issues, a lot of progress that was stunted or halted or just not really done. We had a very small dev team, and it kind of just dwindled as time went on. And most of our dev team is more of just like QA testers and people working on stuff. Really, like I really want to say the main dev was probably like the only one working on the Lua and the maps. We had like one other map guy, but he's kind of fallen to the wayside. Not really too sure what happened to him, but yeah. So, it is what it is. I just kind of wanted to upload another video just to put out there, just to show you guys what I've been doing, kind of. I haven't really been working on this. I've been working on my other project. I've already uploaded a trailer for it. It's called Quiet Waters, so shameless plug there. Again, this project was started by someone else. Me and the main developer kind of had our issues too, because like I was trying to motivate him and get him to like continue working on this, but he was just kind of like, no, I don't really want to. No one else is really working on it. Why should I? So the workplace, for lack of better terms, which is really just a Discord server, just kind of started falling apart. So I don't really like trying to be nice here. Me and him aren't really talking anymore, right? I'm not gonna release his contact information or anything like that, any emails or Discord tags, usernames, whatever, mainly just because out of respect for him, even though we have had our falling out, there's no reason to try and ruin any future projects for him, right? Because if they are Call of Duty related, whatever the hell he wants to do in the future, I don't want to sabotage him by letting Activision know that there is something in the works. Watchful did get the ability to upload some footage recorded either by him or the developer. Again, not too sure. The developer just kind of did random shit and didn't really run it by anyone else. He is a project head. It is what it is. He's big boss. Obviously, he's gonna do whatever the hell he wants with it. It is his project. But at the same time, I kind of feel like he really needed someone else to run things through, just to make sure that we get everything done properly. Like, I really do feel like we could have gotten a dev team without making it public, but at the same time, the Call of Duty modding community is like so small right now. The only real people making mods right now are zombie people, like people that do zombie maps for Black Ops 3. So, you know, you got that, and you know they're like Watchful and them have completely given up on Call of Duty. Like, you know, they're working on their own thing in like Godot or some shit like that. Not entirely sure, but yeah. And then I'm just kind of doing my own thing, working on my own project. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I already made a shameless plug, but Quiet Waters, let's go. Um, you know, I'm picking that back up, getting the Slack picked up, right? So yeah. Besides that, let's see, where do I start with this project? So this project was supposed to be pretty big. It was supposed to just be, you know, kind of like what Watchful said in his video, I think. It was just supposed to be like a Black Ops 1 remaster. It's supposed to be pretty faithful. I think there were supposed to be some deviations, like mainly just because of Black Ops 3's movement limitations. And by movement limitations, it was just like something with the dolphin diving or whatever. It's just really hard to do because you'd have to map it to a different button. And there's just like a whole bunch of other things and whatnot wrong with the movement. So, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna try and do sliding or something like that, and just make sliding more closer to Call of Duty Ghost sliding. Which, me personally, I would have just kept Black Ops 3's movement, like base movement without the jetpacks. I feel like that would have felt the easiest and smoothest. We're not entirely sure. You know, we weren't then, we aren't now. You know, the project's not even coming out now, so you know, the map looks like shit, the HUD looks like shit, the gun, there wasn't anything modeled. You know, we didn't even have the guns ready or whatnot. You know, we did have one guy working on the guns, and then he got pissed at everybody for whatever reason and had falling out with us. So, you know, there's just a lot of drama with the dev team itself, and that's kind of partially why the project kind of just fell off the face of the earth. So yeah, you might be wondering, well, why are you even releasing this video if this project isn't going to come out? Well, I mean, it just kind of show the reality of Call of Duty and modding in general, like how Call of Duty just kind of kills itself, right? So, you know, like I was saying, the dev team had a falling out. On top of that, Activision did somehow contact one of our members. I think it was the main developer. I don't think it was any of the QA testers, but they somehow got a hold of the main developer and told him to fucking shut the shit up, or wrap this shit up. Shut the shit. Wrap this shit up, and you know, shut it down. You know, because they want everything to be Activision stamped of approval or whatever the fuck, right? Like if they make a remaster, they want it to be by Raven Software and Infinity Ward and Treyarch and whatever the hell, whoever does the remasters, Beanox, I think, whatever, right? They want them to be the people that put their names on the remaster. They don't want some random dude from, you know, Kentucky or wherever the fuck they live, right, making a remaster that's better than theirs, right, that doesn't have loot boxes or a battle pass or whatever. They don't want someone else to do that. They want them to do that. They want to be the ones to make the profit. They want to be the ones to fucking pump out fucking dog shit for the next 5 years, right? They want to control everything. They don't want someone else to put out something that they can't really control, right? So they'll shut the shit down before it even releases, and they'll do it in the most scummy way possible. So, like, you know, putting, again, I want you guys to remember this. They put the game on sale the time leading up to the fucking full release, and then they shut the game down. They shut the mod down. Literally not even 24 hours before H2M was supposed to release, they shut that shit down and had the game closed. So, very cool, very fun. Thanks, Activision. You know, and then they found a way to weasel into our project. So, again, it freaked the developer out. He was like, well, do I keep going with it? And, you know, ultimately he decided not to. So, word came out recently, by recently I mean like maybe a month ago, that he was done with the project, right? And then everybody else was like, well, what do we do now? And everybody kind of came to the consensus, well, we were barely working on it in the first place. We're not working on it anymore. There's no reason to. So, you know, sucks to say, but I don't think this project is gonna get picked up. I don't think legally it could, right? If the developer was telling the truth, and he did get reached out by Activision and was told to stop working on it, right? So yeah, Black Ops 1 Remaster is dead. I might put a link for Watchful's video just so you can compare the two versions. You can literally see nothing else has really been changed from Nuketown in that video and Nuketown in this video. You can also see that the only real difference is the HUD, right? So yeah, it's sad. I'm not happy. X-Defiant died. Fucking H2M died. SV2 died. Black Ops 1 Remake died, right? Like, all these fucking things died, you know, and it just sucks. It really does suck. So yeah, I'm kind of speechless. Sorry that it took forever to put this video out. You know, I've been really busy, just like everybody else in the world, right, trying to make money. But yeah, see you guys, I guess. Check in a minute if I get any more news on whatever, but you know, I'm done with Call of Duty, or at least like Activision's main Call of Duties. I won't probably make a video on Call of Duty unless they step their shit up and, you know, remove SBMM and the Battle Pass and all that. You know, I'm a small YouTuber, so like I get like 2 views. I only have like 2 subscribers, right? Like, I appreciate y'all. But you know, I'm very small, and I'm pretty sure whatever I say is not gonna like fucking affect Activision in the long run or short term, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, just because I say, oh fuck Call of Duty, doesn't mean it's gonna die overnight, right? It is already on its last leg, and Call of Duty just keeps making bad decision after bad decision, right? And it's just kind of sad because it's like their only competition died because Ubisoft doesn't know how to fucking allocate money to the right places, and they pull the trigger way too soon when they realize that they fucked up on something else, right? So basically, if you guys didn't know already, but X-Defiant kind of died because Skull and Bones died, and because other games weren't really doing too hot. So they were like, oh, we lost a shit ton of money on this piece of shit that we tried to put out, so we're gonna pull the plug on X-Defiant because it's free to play, and we weren't getting a lot of money for it, even though they weren't fucking marketing it, they weren't fucking doing shit. You know, the only people that were sharing it were YouTubers, which, by the way, even though YouTubers do get a lot of views and whatnot, that's still not enough, bro. Like, not everybody watches YouTubers, right? But I don't know, man. It is what it is. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.